The Texans finally got some depth at the wide receiver position, and I was freaking out all offseason as to what they were going to do to complement Nico Collins because it looked like they were out on Stephon Diggs for the longest time, but Nick Caserio delivered. He got Christian Kirk, and now a couple of great depth pieces to go along with the wide receiver kind of core, and it's going to be some awesome stuff. Welcome to Texans Digest. We're breaking down today Braxton, Berrios, and Justin Watson. It may not be the biggest names or the biggest moves, but it's definitely going to help out the core and the wide receiver room. So if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. We're dropping news daily, but let's start with Berrios. And Braxton Berrios, again, he didn't play a lot in terms of last season, only 6 games. Didn't see the field a whole lot. 4 targets in the season that he played 2023 with Miami. He did have just over 238 yards, only 27 targets. His best season came with the Jets in 21, where he had 400 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. But I really don't mind if he is the slot guy, because you look at Berrios and he could probably play a lot of motion with Nick Caley. We don't know how that offense is going to look yet, considering it's a new offensive coordinator. However, you get rid of Bobby Slowick, who really wasn't known for a lot of motion. But the Rams, they had a lot of motion there with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. So Demarcus Robinson as well with Tutu Atwell. But Berrios could be the guy that just subs right into the slot, no problem. And we could be looking at a decent haul. So a cheap deal. He's got some depth piece. I was surprised they didn't re-sign Robert Woods, but this will do. We're not going to talk about that just yet. Justin Watson was the other receiver they signed, and it was a lot of depth. But you look at it, and it's like, what do you do? So Watson, there's no stats for him here. I don't know why. Last season, Justin Watson, not terrible. 22 catches, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns. I feel like, again, this is just depth for what happened to the Texans last year with so many injuries, right? Tank Dell's coming back, but how long is he going to be out for? That's the question. So there's a lot to look forward to. The other option is potentially signing Cooper Kupp. Why not, right? I mean, if the Rams are scheduled to release him, so it might be a bidding war for Kupp. You could see a potential Nick Caserio say, hey, you want a 6th-round pick next year for Kupp? Why not, right? I mean, it's definitely not a terrible idea, and if the Rams can't get anything for him, here's the problem. Kupp's contract is pretty big, and the Texans have bigger problems to worry about than wide receiver. You definitely need to worry about, Cooper Kupp. I'm sorry, the offensive line, not Cooper Kupp. You don't need Cooper Kupp, really. So hypothetically, if you need to go get another wide receiver, why not sign Kupp on like a 1-year, $10 million deal, because he's probably not going to get anything else. But I definitely wouldn't trade for him because that contract is hefty. So the Rams will probably cut him. It'll go to a war. But I don't mind it. It's definitely not a bad idea. Kupp, we know him as an injury receiver. The Rams are out on him. I feel like it's going to be a bidding war. Jacksonville might want him as well. So all in all, Great receiving core. You look at it right now, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and then it will probably fall under John Mechie, Justin Watson, Braxton Berrios, and Tank Dell. Robert Woods and Stephon Diggs are free agents. I don't know why they're on this list for the depth chart, but it's just how ESPN operates. But let me know your thoughts on what do you think with these 2 signings. I like it a lot for depth purposes. You're not going to re-sign Stephon Diggs. You could get Cooper Kupp. I think that would be a good idea. The problem is, I left it off, but you look at the left tackle position and down, it's not looking so good after trading Laremy Tunsil. Titus Howard could be next. They just traded Kenyon Green. We talked about the C.J. Gardner-Johnson video if you want to check that out. But there's definitely a lot going on for the Texans that they don't really need to address wide receiver, considering this is a little bit past due. C.J. Gardner-Johnson happened after the wide receiver signing, so it's a little bit out of order. Sorry for you guys, but definitely a lot to look forward to for the Texans. You have offensive line issues that you need to address right now. It's just a matter of, what do you think in terms of how does this team operate next season? I'm not too sure how they're going to run the ball with not a very good offensive line. And as we're speaking right now, the offensive line market is only going down. It's the guards are getting signed left and right. Will Fry is gone. James Daniels is gone. There's not many options left. And Nick Caserio, I'm sure he tried to trade Tunsil before any of that happened so he can go out and get a guy like Will Fry, and then Fry signs with the Colts. a big contract for him. If I'm not mistaken, it was Will Fry went to... So Dan Moore Will Fry went to the Vikings. So 4 years, $88 million. Again, a lot of money for potential guards, but you still have Brandon Sheriff. You still have Kevin Zeitler on a cheap contract if you could get him. Will Hernandez, Nate Herbig, Mekhi Becton. There's definitely still names available. It's just not what you would prefer. As far as this receiving core, it's pretty efficient. I love it. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on it, but I would love Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp would be a great option. We'll probably break it down. If free agency dies down, we'll talk about the potential of adding Cooper Kupp before he is released from the Los Angeles Rams. Another quick video for you guys. Just wanted to break it down. Report the news to you guys. You got 2 new receivers in the Texans room, Braxton Berrios and Justin Watson. 2, not the lowest of names, but definitely some relevance to the depth of the wide receiving core. They may not play a lot, but it just shows you that they can rotate in a lot of different options. Watson can be a good jump ball guy. Berrios is a great speedy threat in the slot. So you could see a lot of different looks from the Texans next year. John Mechie will mix in as well. So thank you everyone for watching. Go check out the past videos. The Texans made 2 trades. They traded Laremy Tunsil. They traded Kenyon Green for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We broke those videos down already. If you want to check it out, I would really appreciate it. Again, thank you everyone for all the support, all the subs lately. It's been a blast. This has been an awesome time doing Texans Digest for you guys. I'm looking at all the comments, so if you got anything for me, let me know. But until next time, we'll catch you in the next video.